Okay, hello. Again, y'all, we are figuring this out. Also thought I was gonna be able to go live on Instagram. Apparently that is not a thing unless I have a certain number of followers or posts. And so, here we are, taping ourselves. And then we're gonna upload it to YouTube. So that's my story and I'm sticking to it. So, this week for We Care Wednesday, we are supporting Philabundance and any food bank in the greater Philadelphia area, with SNAP benefits being cut on November 1st. We have a lot of neighbors who are going to be hungry and or in need of food banks, and as they're a real safety net for our individuals who need that extra help. So Philabundance doing the good work. They have their Camp Out for Hunger coming up very soon, where they raise a lot of money toward the cause. And yeah, so highlight if you can, donate if you can, show up at Camp Out if you can. You can donate your time, you can donate your money, you can donate your awareness. All of that is valuable. All right, so let's start in child's pose. It's been a minute since we have been here. Allow our knees to separate, big toes stay touching, and then we're going to sink ourselves down to the mat. Just backing up a little bit so I'm on my mat. Coming down into a child's pose, pressing back those hips over your heels, arms lengthening out ahead of you. Imagining that you're getting nice and long from the crown of your head all the way to the base of your spine. And then from here, we'll take a couple of breaths. Deep breath in through your nose. Big breath out with an open mouth. Big breath in through your nose. Big breath out through an open mouth. One more time, big breath in. And one more time, big breath out. Both hands off to the right side, pressing back that left hip toward that left heel. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more breath in. Really opening up that side body. Exhale here. Coming through center, off to the left side, pressing that right hip back toward that right heel, and we breathe in here. And we breathe out here. One more in. One more out. Coming back through center. Roll yourself up to a tabletop position. Knees underneath those hips. Shoulders and elbows right over those wrists. Separate those fingers nice and wide. Spin the eyes of your elbows forward so the points of your elbows go directly back. And then we're going to tuck our toes and we're going to take some cat-cows. Drop your belly, soften your elbows, look up at the sky, big breath in. As you exhale, round your spine, taps of the feet press into the mat. Looking back towards your heels. Inhale, we drop the belly, we look up toward the sky. Inhale up. Exhale, press the mat away. One One more time, inhale up. And then exhale away. Come to a nice neutral spine. Good. Again, eyes at the elbows, spin forward. But this time we are going to come in circles. Let's come in clockwise direction, rotating our whole body forward to the right, back to the left, and then forward. Just warming up those wrists, warming up those hips, warming the shoulders up a little bit. And then we'll go the opposite direction, counterclockwise. Left, back, right, and front. One more time. Beautiful. From here, one palm print ahead of where you're at right now. Tuck your toes, lift your hips for your first down dog. Keep those knees nice and bent here. Allow your chest to melt back towards your thighs. Allow your head to hang heavy. Keep anchoring through that index finger and thumb side of your palm. Let your left heel draw down to the earth and then your right. Very good. Slowly start to straighten out those legs as much as you can, comfortably. And then inhale to tippy toes. Exhale, let your heels draw down to the earth. Inhale up. Exhale, heels down. Last time, inhale, heels up. Exhale, heels down. Walk those hands back to your feet. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, soft knees. Sweep your arms up as you stand. Exhale, hands come to your heart. Separate all of your fingers, but keep your palms together. Allow those 3 middle fingers to separate and open like a lotus flower here. So our pinkies are touching, thumbs are touching. Open with the middle 3. You're gonna open up toward the sky like that. Inhale up. Exhale, open to a nice T, and then swan dive down. Forward fold. Hands walk out into high plank. From here, drop your knees. Press back to child's pose. Look forward. Bring yourself through knees, chin, chest. Then drop those hips, straighten those elbows, come through cobra pose. Look right, look left. Press into those feet, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Breath in here, breath out here. Inhale, tippy toes. Bend the knees. Straighten out those legs. Drop those heels down. Good. Walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, soft knees, forward fold. Roll yourself all the way up to a stand, sweeping those arms up to the sky. Bring your hands down to a prayer at your heart. Inhale, bring those hands back up in through a lotus. Exhale, swan dive down. Halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant, walk yourself out, high plank. Drop those knees. Child's pose. Knees, chin, chest. Cobra. Look right. Look left. Center. Down dog. Breath in. Breath out. One more time, breath in. Breath out. Come up onto your tippy toes, bend your knees. Straighten out your legs. Drop those heels down. Walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Sweep your arms up to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach back up, lotus. Exhale, swan dive down. Halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant. Walk yourself out, high plank. Drop those knees, press back, child's pose. Look forward, come through, knees, chin, chest. Cobra. Look right. Look left. Center. Lift your hips, down dog. We breathe in here. We breathe out. We're going to inhale, tippy toes. This time bend your knees, look forward. Walk yourself to the top of the mat. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Sweep those arms up to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, lotus. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant. This time step yourself back, high plank. And then come from high plank through low. Inhale through upward facing dog. Right ear to right shoulder. Left ear to left shoulder. Center. Down dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale to tippies. Bend the knees, look forward. Walk yourself to the top of the mat. Again, we inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Sweep to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, we reach back up, lotus. Exhale, we swan dive down. Inhale, we halfway lift. Exhale, we plant our hands. Step back with the other foot first. High plank. Comes through low. Through upward facing dog. Look right. Or I'm sorry, right ear to right shoulder. Yes. Left ear to left shoulder. Center. Down dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, tippy toes. Bend the knees, look forward. Walk yourself to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Sweep to stand. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, lotus. Swan dive down. Halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant. Now see if you can press your hands into the earth. Can you jump back? High plank. Through low. Upward facing dog or cobra. Right ear. Left ear. Center. Down dog. Breath in. Breath out. Let's inhale our right leg to the sky. And bring it all the way back down. Good. We're going to do 5 like that. Lift it all the way up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it up. Open that hip to the right side of the room so that the side of your leg is now pulsing or pointing to the sky. And then let your leg come down a little bit and then lift it back up. Leg down, lift it up, down and up. 2 more, down, up, last time, down and up. Square off that hip again, and then step right foot all the way up to right hand. Good. Right arm sweeps to the sky, back knee drops, untuck those toes, press that back foot into the earth. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Bring that right hand down on the inside of that right foot. Tuck the back toes and straighten out that back leg. We're in a lizard lunge right now. Maybe we little hover forward and back just to stretch open that right hip a little bit. And then we're just gonna press into those hands and step that right foot right back into a downward facing dog. We breathe in here, we breathe out. We're gonna inhale that left leg high all the way to the sky. Keep those toes dialed down toward the earth, and then bring it back down. Pulsing up for 5 and down, 4 and down, 3 and down, 2 and down, 1. Hold it up, fan open that hip. Keep that leg nice and straight, and then allow it to dip down a little bit and lift it back up to the sky for 4, 3, 2, 1. Square off the hip. Step left foot all the way up to left hand. Low lunge twist. Sweep that left arm to the sky. Drop that back knee. Untuck those toes. Press that right foot into the mat as you reach here. And then we're going to windmill that left hand down inside that left foot. Tuck the back toes, straighten out that back leg, lizard lunge. Hinge forward and back here. And then when we're ready, press into those hands and step that left foot around and back. High plank. Lift your hips down, dog. Good. Let's inhale, tippy toes, bend the knees, look forward. Walk yourself to the top of the mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Sweep those arms up as you stand. Exhale, hands come to your heart. Inhale, we reach all the way back up, lotus. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands plant, step or jump back, high plank. Lift your hips down, dog. Awesome. Inhaling that right leg to the sky, fan that hip open. This time we're gonna bend that knee and straighten that leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that hip open, keep the knee bent, open that right side. See if you can square your shoulders to the earth as your hip opens to the side of the room. And then inhale that right leg nice and long, square the hip, look forward, step right foot to right hand. Sweep right arm to the sky, low lunge twist here for 3. Keep that back leg lifted for 2. On 1, that back knee drops, that back foot presses into the earth. From here, we're going to sweep that right arm down and then up. We're in a low lunge right here. Again, keep pressing that back foot into the mat. Keep engaging that back glute. Keep imagining that that left hip is opening here. We're going to pull through cactus arms. We're going to reach those hands down and clasp them behind us. Maybe gaze up at the corner of the room or up toward the sky. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. Unclasping those hands, inhaling your arms up to the sky, pressing into that front foot to straighten out that front leg, balancing over the left. Allow that right leg to go forward. Hands to hips, make sure both of those hip points are on the same plane here. Inhale up. Exhale, slowly fold forward. Imagining you can stay as long as possible through your torso as you fold over this front leg. Allow that leg to point and then come back into a flex with those feet. hamstring stretch here. From here, both hands come inside of that right foot. We're going to sweep that right leg out to the side. Good. We're going to come up to our gate pose. Right arm is going to reach down toward that right knee. Left arm comes up to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, come back to a T, and slowly allow yourself to come into a supported side plank. Good. Right arm reaches to the sky and then over your head. Staying nice and long here and open. We keep breathing. And then we're going to allow that arm and that leg to come parallel to the earth. And we're going to crunch knee to elbow. And we're going to reach long. Crunch knee to elbow, reach long. Knee to elbow, reach long. One more time, knee to elbow, reach long. Bend that knee, reach that hand back around and grab onto that foot. Press foot into hand. Open yourself up here. Good. Extend that leg nice and long. Allow that right arm to pull you back up into gate pose. Hands come down. Sweep that right leg over, looking over that left shoulder. Beautiful. And then from here, keep that right leg nice and long, get it extended behind you, and you're going to step that right foot all the way back up to the top of the mat. Yeah. Tuck those back toes, lift that back knee. Inhale yourself up, crescent lunge. Settle in here. Bring the heel of that back foot over the ball. So that's going to press you forward. Going to open up that left hip just a little bit more. We're in our crescent lunge. We're going to open ourselves up, warrior two. Reaching nice and long, front to back. Right knee really reaching to open here. Beautiful. Flip that front palm, reach forward, reverse your warrior. Straighten out that front leg. Come back into that reverse warrior. Right elbow, right knee, left arm to the sky. We're in our side angle pose. Keep pressing that right elbow into that right knee to stay nice and tall and long through both sides of your body. And then reach that left arm overhead, maybe up and behind that low back. Spinning your heart up toward the sky. Maybe that right hand comes down the inside of that right calf, underneath that leg. Maybe you make a connection hand to hand here. Maybe we see if we can step into our bird of paradise. Left foot steps up. As we maintain this bind, shift your weight to that left foot. Press into that left foot as much as you can as you stand yourself up, holding that other leg. When ready, extending that leg as much as you can in this position for 2 and 1. We come back down. We bring front foot where it was. We step back foot where it was. We unravel that bind. Come back through warrior two. Sweep back through crescent lunge. Windmill down around that front foot and step that right foot back. Beautiful. Sweep that right leg to the sky. Bend the knee, fan the hip open. Oh, yeah. And then shift your shoulders forward. Maybe flip your dog. Catching yourself with that right foot. Pressing those hips to the sky. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. Coming back through. Right leg to the sky and bring it back down. Awesome. Beautiful. Let's just roll into high plank. Let's press back, down dog. Inhale, left leg high.
Bend the knee, fan the hip open. Bend that knee, straighten that leg. We go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it bent. Try to square your shoulders and keep opening that hip to the side of the room for 3, 2, 1. Extend that left leg long, square the hip, and then step left foot to left hand. Low lunge twist, left arm to the sky. Beautiful. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Drop the back knee, untuck those toes. Left arm sweeps down and up. We are in our low lunge on this side for 3. Keep pressing into that back foot. Keep turning on that back glute. Pressing that right hip forward for 2. And 1. Pull through cactus arms. Clasp those hands behind you. Shine your heart to the sky. Maybe look up. Keep pressing into that back foot for 3, 2, 1. We come back through center, unclasp those hands, sweep those arms to the sky, straighten out that front leg. We're balanced over the right, left is nice and straight. Hands come to our hips to make sure our hip points are nice and even. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, fold from your hips, trying to keep your spine nice and long as you straight leg stretch that hamstring, pointing that foot and then flexing back and forth. Good. Couple more times. And then both hands come to the inside here of this left foot. We're going to sweep that leg out to the side, and then we're going to come up to our gate pose. Good. Left arm is going to come down, right arm comes to the sky. We breathe in. We exhale back to our T, slowly letting ourselves down, supported side plank. Really stretching one end to the other here. 3, 2, 1, and then we'll come to a hover, leg and arm. We crunch for 3, for 2, for 1. We reach long, we bend the knee, we reach back, catch the foot, press foot into hand to open up that hip here for 3, 2, 1. Extend, come back through gate pose, little counter stretch. Hands to center, tabletop. Sweep that leg all the way over to the right side. Look over that right shoulder. Get a nice stretch here for 3, 2, 1. Good. Extend that left leg nice and long. Look forward, and then you're going to step that left foot all the way up to the top of the mat. Hands around that front foot. Tuck those back toes, straighten the leg, and then inhale up, crescent lunge. Settle in. Back heel over the ball of the back foot. Shoulders away from your ears, arms nice and straight. Settling in here for 2 and 1. Let's open ourselves up, warrior 2. Reaching nice and long, front to back. Flipping the front palm, reach forward, reverse your warrior. We'll straighten out that front leg. We'll sink back into it. We'll come back through warrior 2, and then into our side angle. Left arm to the knee, right arm reaching to the sky for 3, 2, 1. We reach overhead, extended side angle. We bring that right hand behind the low back, maybe tucking it into our little hip crease here, pulling and efforting to bring our heart to the sky. Maybe that left arm slides down the inside of that left leg, underneath that left thigh. Maybe it finds the right hand, and we're in our bind. Option to play with Bird of Paradise, stepping the right foot now to the top of the mat, shifting the weight into that right leg, letting the right leg straighten out. Take all of your weight as you stand up bound, and then extending that leg once you're there for 3, 2, 1. Coming back out of this with control, stepping back from whence we came. Unwinding those arms, pulling yourself back through Warrior 2. Sweeping yourself back through Crescent Lunge. Beautiful, windmilling those hands down, sweeping that left leg to the sky, bending that knee and fanning the hip open, shifting those shoulders over the wrists to come into a flip dog, hips to the sky, arms keep reaching for 3, 2, 1. We're going to come back through center. And then we're going to come through down dog. Drop the knees. Press back into child's pose. Hands grab around onto your heels. Pull those heels nice and close to your body. Rabbit pose. Keep pulling those heels close to your body and then lift your hips up off of your heels. Nice big stretch for the upper traps. Bring them back down. Allow yourself to roll up to a sit. Take a nice deep breath. If you have water, take a sip of water. I'm going to grab mine. And then we're going to do some Abby stuff, some balance stuff. Gracious. All right. So, my friends, where do I want to bring you? Where should we? Well, we're definitely going to go boating. I'll tell you that much. So let's get on to our boots. All right. And we're going to be doing a couple of different kinds of boat activities right now. We're going to be going from a traditional boat where we are sitting back onto our sit bones and our sacrum. I want you like 1, 2, 3 points of contact, so we're nice and comfy here. Our belly button is going to be tucked back to our spine, so we're nice and engaged. And then we're going to see if maybe our hands come behind us, and maybe we stay like this. Maybe we lift those legs up off the floor. Maybe we see if we can bring our hands up off the floor too. Boat pose. Cool. Excuse me, this is high boat pose. When we lower ourselves down and try to straighten things out, low boat. High boat. Low boat. Okay, high, low, come with me. A couple more times, high, low. 2 more times, high, low. Last time, high, low. Now sit up. Let those legs go long. We're going to sit up nice and tall. And I want you to imagine that you're holding onto an oar and we're going to go rowing. So we're sitting up at like a 90-degree angle here first. I want you to hold onto your left thumb. Weird. You're going to grab onto your left thumb. You're going to pretend like you're holding onto an oar. Holding onto your left thumb, you're going to lean back and give yourself a nice pull on the right side. Sit up. Lean back, give yourself a nice pull on the left. Right. Left. Keep those legs engaged. Keep those toes up towards your nose. For 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Good. Now come with me to stretch that out. Hands behind you, fingertips facing towards your body. Bend those knees, place those feet on the floor, and then I want you to lift your hips to the sky so that you are balanced or 90-degree angle at your shoulders and at your knees. Press hips up. Let your head relax back. Oh, reverse tabletop. Feels so good. Keep your booty engaged. Keep breathing here. 3, 2, 1. Hips come down. Sit yourself up, then the head comes last. Oh, that feels good. All right, we're gonna do that one more time. High boat, low boat. High boat, low boat. High, low, high, low. 2 more. High, low, high, low. Grab behind those knees, sit yourself up, legs go nice and long. This time, instead of our left thumb grab, we're gonna right thumb grab, make it nice and even, make 2 fists. We're holding on to something. We're gonna lean back and row to the left side, center. Row to the right side, center. Imagine that you're pulling through some sort of force. That will enhance how hard this is. Pull. We're rowing and rowing for 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Good. Again, reverse tabletop, hands behind us, knees bent, feet on the floor. We lift hips to the sky, making sure we're nice and even here. Once we make sure we're nice and even, our head can relax back. Maybe we do a little shift side to side if that feels good on our wrists and shoulders. Maybe a little oscillation forward and back as long as that feels okay. We're here for 3 and 2. 1, let's our hips come down, head come up. Good. We're gonna rock and roll up to a standing position and do a little balance. All right. Very good. So we're gonna do some some goddess pose, and we're gonna be transitioning into lunges. And I want us to try to do this with as much control as possible. So we're gonna bring our hands behind our head. We're gonna press head back into hands, keeping our shoulders nice and open here. And then I want you to sink down into your goddess squat. Good. We're gonna focus on moving the left leg first. We're gonna come onto the ball of the left foot. We're gonna turn that left foot into a lunge. Straighten out that leg behind us as much as we can. And then we're gonna come back through center. Goddess squat. Right foot onto the ball of the foot. Turn it into a lunge. Pause here. Bring it back. Goddess squat. Good. Left side again, turn. Beautiful lunge. Bring it back into goddess. Sink it down. Right. Turn. Lunge. Back through center. Sink it down. Arms come to cactus arms. Pulse the hands back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten out those legs and arms. Pigeon toe those feet, hands to the hips. Inhale, chest to the sky. Exhale, forward fold with a nice wide stance. Wide-legged forward fold. So bringing those hands down to the earth, letting your torso drop down toward the earth as well. And then I would encourage you to bring both of those hands over to that right ankle. And then give yourself a nice little bind here, looking up over that right shoulder, maybe bending into that left leg or left knee and straightening it. Just seeing how that feels for you. And then coming through center. Opposite side, both hands to that left ankle, looking over that left shoulder. Particularly that right arm holding on, getting that nice twist. And then maybe taking a deep bend into that right knee. Opening up here. Beautiful. Coming back through center. Hands to the center of your mat. Heel toe those feet so that the heels come on the mat, toes stay off. And then we're going to squat ourselves down into yogi squat. Beautiful. Bracing ourselves open with our elbows here. Those hips sink down toward the earth. And then we're just going to stay active here by lifting those hips up 1 or 2 inches and then bring them back down. Lift them up 1 or 2 inches, bring it back down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Settle in here. Shift all of your weight to that right leg and extend that left leg nice and long. See if you can let that right heel drop down onto the mat. Brace that right leg open. Skandasana on this side. We'll come through center, over to the other side. Left leg in a nice bend, right leg nice and long, and maybe extending here for 3, 2, 1. We'll come back through center. Keep that, actually we're in like a nice wide-legged forward fold again. I want you to bend your knees, crawl yourself forward, and we're gonna come into our frog pose here. So, frog pose, really imagining that we're getting closer to the floor with our hips, with our torso. And then once you feel like you're in this position where you feel like, okay, that's enough gravity, that's enough pressure on me, we stay there and we do little oscillations, maybe a little forward and back. Just a little bit, opening up. And then we'll do side to side, right side, left side, right side, left, right, left, right, left. And now let's imagine that our tailbone is going to go in a circle. Go in a circle. It's hard to coordinate. Imagine that you're drawing a circle with your tail. And then go the other way. And then little oscillations again, forward and back. We're here for 3. Open up your jaw nice and wide. Let your jaw go all the way to the right, all the way to the left, all the way forward, as wide as you can go. Bring your tongue all the way over to the right. Press it into your cheek. Tongue all the way over to the left. Tongue down around your teeth. Up around your teeth. Stick your tongue all the way out. Bring it all the way back in. Good. Close your mouth. We're going to bring our hands back underneath our shoulders. Bring those feet together. And then bring ourselves back into tabletop. Awesome. From tabletop, let's come onto our backs. Come into a setup for bridge pose before we come into our final resting pose. Let's go arms down by our sides, feet nice and close to our bodies. Press the entire length of your arms into the earth, and then lift your hips up toward the sky. Good. Maybe shimmy your shoulders underneath your body to lift your chest, your torso up a little bit more. We're holding up here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hippies down, arms to cactus, feet spread apart so that they're about mat distance, and then windshield wiper those knees to the right and to the left, to the right and left, right and left, right and left. Stay to the right. With those knees, look over your left shoulder and bring that right foot on top of that left knee. Oh my gosh, and weigh it down. Get that beautiful, delicious stretch here. And then unwind. Both knees go the other way. Look over the right shoulder. Left foot weighs down the right knee. We breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Unwind. Any last movements that you might need right here. And then we'll let our legs go long. We'll let our arms go long by our sides. Palms down for some grounding. Palms up for some energy. And we'll take 3 breaths the way we begin our practice. Deep inhale in through your nose. Big exhale with an open mouth. Big inhale through your nose. Big exhale through an open mouth. One more time. Big inhale. Big exhale. Bring some movement into your fingers and toes. Maybe your wrists and ankles. Stretching yourself nice and long, pointing those toes, reaching as long as you have been all day. Knees come into your chest, roll over onto whichever side feels the best. Pause for a second with your head in your arm. Know that whatever you just did was enough. We'll press up and meet each other at the tops of our mats. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I look forward to seeing you again for another We Care Wednesday. Cheers. Hands, hands, heart, heart. Thank you for supporting Philabundance. Thank you for doing something good for your body. Thank you for joining this community.